Let's see how we can publish our Copilot Studio agents to various channels such as Teams, Copilot 365, and our web page. In Copilot Studio, we click Agents. Let's create a new agent. So up in the upper right corner, I choose Create Blank Agent. This is the agent setup. When this agent has finished preparing, we can change the details such as name, description, and icon. Let's talk a little bit about this icon. As you can see here, it's blue. This is just the internal icon. We can change it by clicking the edit here. This will only be shown internally. So we want a nice icon when we publish this agent, for example, in Teams or Copilot 365, but this will not be the place to change it. Let's call this agent something like food ordering agent. And I can say helps customers order food, something like that. This lesson is all about knowing how to publish these agents and how to do it right so all users can see it. Let's click Save here, and this also means that we will not add instructions or knowledge this time. We did that in the previous Copilot Studio lessons. Then you want to hit Publish in the upper right corner, so go click that. Publish this agent. Let's hit Publish, and our agent will be published. That's it. Now we want to use this agent in Microsoft Teams. So I go up to Channels. Here we can see the channels that we can publish these agents to. If I click Teams and Microsoft 365 Copilot, then I can turn on the Microsoft 365 Copilot appearance. Should this agent be available in Copilot 365? Yes, please. I can also see the agent preview. Here I have the icon that I told you about. We can see that it's called Build Using Microsoft Copilot Studio. We want to customize these things a little bit later. So now in the lower right corner, I click Add Channel. This will add it to Microsoft Teams. That's it. We can also see that now we have the option to edit the details. Go click this. We can change the icon. So instead of this robot, I can hit Change Icon. And in the lesson files 009 Publish, I can find the burger icon. Click Open. I can also change the color. Right now, the background will be green. It looks a little bit weird. So let's change it to white, and let's do like this. Then I also want to give it a description. Instead of build using Microsoft Copilot Studio, let's change this to something like order burgers and chicken. So this is to help the user. You can also give it a longer description like this. Help customers order their food from their favorite restaurants, something like that. If I go down to Team Settings here, should our users be able to add this agent to a team or a group or meeting chat? Let's just leave it as it is for now. You also want to click More. Here I can specify various things such as a website for the agent. That will be the link. These will just be defaults. Let's just change our developer name. Let's pick your name. My name is Jensen, so I'll go pick that and I will click Save. Right now, if I click the C agent in Teams, you will not see these changes. What you need to do, and this is important, is to close down this sidebar here. Hit Publish once more, yes. Go down here and hit Publish. Now the agent will be published with its changes. That's it. Then I can go back into Channels, Teams and Microsoft 365 Copilot. And now when I click C agent in Teams, this one will be shown. I can click Open. This will make my food ordering agent available in the Microsoft Teams. I can click Add here. This will add it for me just. Don't worry, we will talk about how we can add these agents to our entire organization. So here I can say open. Now you will see that the food ordering agent will be here in chat. I can even say something like hi. Then it will say, hello, how can I help you today? We didn't spend time on configuring this agent, but now let's go back to Copilot Studio. So I want this agent to appear here in the apps built by your organization. So let's go solve that. Let me close this and we're back here. Now the trick is to go into availability options, because here we can make our agent appear in the store. I can show it to specific teammates and shared users. If I click this, you will see right now I'm the owner. I can choose to add new users. For example, I can say the demo account of myself. Should that also have access? Well, that is fine. Right now, this person is a viewer. I can click it, change it to editor, but be aware now this user can edit, it can configure, share and publish this agent, but it cannot delete it. So let me cancel this and let me go back into the Teams and Microsoft 365 Copilot availability actions. I can also show to everyone in my organization. If I click here, I will also see this submit for admin approval in the lower right corner. Should everyone have access to this? If I click yes here, then you will see it's getting published, and now it will be in a pending state. As you can see here, it waits for approval. Now a Microsoft 365 admin needs to approve this. Let me show you where your admin can find this. If it's you, it's easy. Let's open up a new browser tab. Let's go to admin.cloud.microsoft like this. This is your Microsoft 365 admin center. Be aware that you need to be the Microsoft 365 admin. Now I can go up to agents here, all agents. These are all my agents. And if I go to the requests here, then you will see that our food ordering agent is here. It's still pending review, but if I click it, then this agent details will open up. I can inspect it. I can choose to publish this agent. So if I hit publish here, so selected users of groups who can install this agent. Should it be my entire organization? Well, I can say, well, that's not good. I will just say only Anders Jensen. Here, let's also go with the demo Anders. Here. So now these two users will be added. Of course, I could also have picked the all users. So who should have this agent pre-installed? I choose none, but you can choose to pre-install it for specific users or all users if it's a very important one. Here I can add a policy. I will not do that. I will just hit publish and then wait a few seconds. That's it. You can click done here. Let's go inspect it. So if I click a new browser tab up here and I go to m365.cloud.microsoft, that will be the Copilot 365. Sometimes this requires a few minutes, but we should be able to see it here in all agents. Now when I scroll down in build by your org, we can see our food ordering agent. So now every user that we assigned access to will have this food ordering agent. The user can add the agent. Then it will show up over here to the left as the food ordering agent. I can even pin it. And now I can interact with it again. It will be the same in Microsoft Teams. So this is how to share it globally, but also how to assign specific users to have access to this agent and how to share it to Copilot 365. Let's again clean a little bit up here. Do like this and close this one as well. If you have built a customer-faced agent, you probably want to publish it to a website. Let's create an agent here again. So we click agents here in Copilot Studio, create blank agent. We want to create a simple agent. We will not dig into instructions or knowledge in this lesson. We covered that again in the previous lessons. What we will focus on in here is that we want this agent to be published to a website. Once this has finished up, we can click edit up here. Let's give it another name. I will just call this one travel agent and hit save. Then this is processing, and once that is done, up in the upper right corner, we can click publish. Again, we go down here, hit publish and wait a few seconds. That's it. Now we want to take a decision. So who of the users should be able to access this agent? We define that up here in settings, or here we can define how users will authenticate. If I go into security over here, authentication, right now users need to authenticate with Microsoft. This means that these are our internal users. Since this will be a customer-faced agent, we will go up here to no authentication and hit save. We will click save, and now these changes are saved. It also says that we should publish our agent again. So I can close down these settings, hit publish once more, publish down here. And now you will also see that there's no authentication on. I will hit publish and this agent will be published again. With that in place, we can start to talk about how should our website look like. We will start simple, and then we will create an advanced website where we'll integrate this agent in. To do so, we again go to channels up here. We can start with a demo website. Yes, this is not our website, but then we get an understanding of how it will look. Click demo website. Over here to the right, just hit open demo website. Then you will see our travel agent. Here we have I'm your new agent. We can say hi. Then it will probably say how can I help? I will say bye. And that's how we interact with this agent. Yes, it did answer it, and we can give it 5 stars like this. Session done. Let's close this tab again up here, because we probably want to integrate it into our own website and not a demo website. For that, I can go down here to web app. This gives us the entire HTML code, whereas you probably only need this URL that you will see in line 2 and 3. But for simplicity, let me just copy everything right now that has been copied to my clipboard. Then I go to my website. Let's just inspect this. So I will right click anywhere on the website. I will say new text document, and let's just call this index. Double click to open it. Then I will say Control V, paste in the code. Remember to save it, for example, by pressing Control S. Then I can close it. Now I just need to change this extension to .html. Yes, now I've changed the type. I can double click to open it, and you will see our travel agent. Yes, it is a little bit, you can see it up here, but it is an agent, and I can type it here. Now we have a web page with our agent. Yes, it's a local file, but we could publish that to our website. Again, probably not what we want. We want to integrate it into our own website. So let's close this. We will still use this code up here. Let's create a website, since we probably don't have a website right now. Go to your favorite large language model. I prefer the Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I'll go to m365.cloud.microsoft. Here we have our Copilot. Feel free to use ChatGPT, Google, or whatever large language model you prefer. You don't need the work model. I'll just stay here in the web. For this task, I will recommend the Think Deeper, or even better, the GPT 5.2 Think Deeper. This is the 5.1. Once you watch this video, it might be newer models, just use one of the thinking models. I will take the GPT 5.2, and then we can start to prompt. create the HTML, JavaScript, and CSS for a website for my travel agency. You can also give it a role. So I can say act as a senior web developer and make the layout modern, fun, and with lots of fun features. Use very bright colors. Make a placeholder for an iframe with a chatbot. That's what we want. Make it available for me to download. Hit enter. This will probably take a couple of minutes generating this website. So let's fast forward. And here it comes. So it took roughly 3 minutes. And here we can see that we have the complete website. We just need to unzip it. So I click here and that will download it up in the upper right corner. There's also some documentation like fun features, etc. It also says that the chatbot iframe placeholder, where to plug it in. Here we can see that we have the iframe. We also have the source, that is the src. Right now it's blank. We just need to exchange that with the URL to the Copilot Studio chatbot. So we will find that. Let us go to the File Explorer, to the downloads. There you will see the zip file. Right click and say extract all. We will not show the extracted files. I just prefer to do like this. Now the files are in here. We can double click the index HTML to see it. Well, that looks very fun. A lot of features and like this banner, for example, and party mode up here. Probably not the most serious one, but we can see we have this chatbot, etc. Then if I scroll a little bit down, we can see that our chatbot could go in here. Probably need a little bit of fitting in the HTML, but there's a place for our chatbot. Now we will place our Copilot Studio chatbot in here. So I will close it again. Then we go back here. As you can see here, we have the entire iframe. It also says something about the style and how wide it is and how what the height is. We will not use that. So what I will need is just this URL all the way down. Then I say Control-C to copy it. We already saw that this worked in our limited experience where we used this entire one and copied it to our desktop. Now I will go back here. I will right click the index file here, edit in Notepad. And then we need to find the src. You can see there's a lot of code and we could scroll down. In case you not see it, probably you have spotted it before me. Then I can just zoomed a little bit too much. I can just search. Let me zoom out again. Let's search for a chatbot. Here we have the chatbot. Let's just go down once more. And here we have it. We have the src, this about blank. This was where that's why I searched for chatbot. This is where we need the HTML code to go in. Right now I can just say Control-V. Again, you need to Control-S to save it. Feel free to use another HTML editor than Notepad. Now I can close this. And now I have my website here integrated with the Copilot Studio chatbot. Let's again open the index.html. And if I scroll down here, you will see our chatbot. Yes, we still have this overlay and probably a few things, but now this chatbot works, I can say bye, on our web page. Then we can talk a little bit about getting rid of this and probably also changing the design and getting rid of this, but that's all part of a future lesson. The next Copilot Studio lesson is right here. See you in there.